welcome to Second to None, the television program brought to you every time this week on this channel by the APBA, the Auxiliary Police Benevolent Association. If you're a New York City auxiliary police officer, it's time you join the APBA, the union that is second to none. My name is Eric Wallman, and tonight we're going to take a quick look at a book that I received a couple of months ago that I think a lot of our viewers are going to find interesting and may want to take up and get a copy of. Let's see if we can get the good shot of this. This is, a Treasury of Police Humor. We got it on there? Okay, good. And our guest, I'm not going to read the book to you on the show, but our guest is the author, Oliver Gaspirtz. Oliver, I mispronounced your name. Welcome to Second to None.
Thanks for having me on the show.
How do you pronounce your last name?
Gaspirtz, you got it right.
Gaspirtz, I got it right.
You're one of the few people who got it right.
I've been practicing since I got a Treasury of Police Humor, and it's a very funny book. I want to take another look at the cover. This is a three-wheeled, what looks like a Cushman, a three-wheeled scooter, which we use down at the 1st Precinct. There are many commands, you guys watching it. And a mounted cop, and that's funny too, because we have a mounted troop at the 1st Precinct as well, right around the corner on Varick Street. So this made me laugh. I said, well, Oliver must have been down at the 1st Precinct scoping out some of the cops. Maybe this is Ray, our friend Ray in the scooter, and it's one of the guys on the mounted. But it's a compilation of interesting, funny stories, anecdotes about police work, and then cartoons as well. And I'll give an example. You see how it's laid out, if you can, the cartoon, and that's it. So Oliver, tell us a little bit about what you do. You're a cartoonist?
Yeah, I'm a cartoonist. That's what I do for a living.
Okay. And how'd you get into that?
Well, it's a funny story. When I came into the United States, because I'm originally from Germany, I was waiting for my work permit, and I was just doodling around because that's what I always used to do at school. Then eventually my wife had the idea, there's so many people who make a living drawing cartoons, why don't you try it? So that's what I did.
Yeah.
And first I just drew regular cartoons, for general interest publications. And eventually I ran across a new paper, back then it was new, called American Police Beat.
Okay.
And I sent them a couple of regular cartoons. They really liked them. But then they told me that they preferred to have cop cartoons.
Right.
So I drew 3 or 4. They really loved them. And I've been sending them more and more cartoons ever since.
And you have no background in law enforcement.
Not at all.
So this just came to you through natural process.
Right.
And is it fair to say that you use some of your basic ideas and then just apply them to police situations?
Yeah, occasionally. For example, there's one joke in there about a canine unit, which originally was just an idea about a dog. And then I figured, might as well go with a canine.
Oh, okay. So you just can apply a lot of everyday situations.
Not always. I mean, most of them are specifically for police officers, but every once in a while there's a joke, that applies to everybody. So the book is not really only for police officers. Everybody's going to enjoy it.
Oh, absolutely. As I was starting to tell you before, a friend of mine, Dot, she thought it was very funny too. And she's not in law enforcement, but it is a clever, humorous book. What were you doing before you started doodling?
Before I started doodling?
Yeah, did you have a career?
That was really immediately before I came into when I came into the States. Before I came here, I used to live in Germany, and after I finished school and college, everybody in Germany, or every male, over the age of 18 has to join the army for 12 months or do civil service for 15 months. So that's what I did. So I took care of handicapped children.
Oh, so you did, it's like national service.
Right. Yeah.
And then you decided to emigrate to the United States.
Right.
Wow. And how long have you lived in America?
For about 5 years now.
Oh, you like it?
Yeah, it's great. The people are very nice. So
Okay, I just want to mention that you can get the book by writing, and I'm going to read this off the back, writing to the Lincoln Herndon Press. Is that right?
Yeah.
And they're located at 818 South Dirksen Parkway, which is in Springfield, Illinois, 62703. Springfield, of course, as everyone knows, is where Abraham Lincoln is from. And Actually, I believe it's in the southern part of the state, not anywhere too close to Chicago. In any case, Oliver, did you get any reaction to the book? Any cops write to you?
Oh yeah, the funny thing is I just recently got my own computer, so I set up a website for the book.
Oh.
By the way, anybody who has internet access can also order the book directly over the internet from Amazon.
Oh, sure. The
That's,
world's biggest bookstore or
There you
something.
go. Exactly.
Okay.
And there's one story in there about 4 teenagers who broke into a morgue, and they wanted to steal embalming fluid to dip cigarettes in it because they figured that it would make them high or something. When they couldn't find any embalming fluid, they cut the finger off a corpse and tried to smoke the finger. And 2 weeks ago, I got mail from one of the officers that worked on that case.
Wow.
And she said that she really liked the book.
Well, that's great. Oh, so, okay, it's being widely read. I certainly enjoyed it. I keep it at work, take it out once in a while, just look at it, flip through it, and get a couple of chuckles. So it does the trick. It's a good thing to make people laugh. And if certainly APs and cops are watching the show, I think you'll enjoy the book a lot. Oliver, thanks for coming on Second to None.
Thanks for having me
Good
on the
luck
show.
with your doodling career.
Thanks.
And when your next book comes out, we'll have you back. And we'll be right back with more Second to None after this important word. So please stand by.